Hey, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Brady Theodore here with another action-packed episode of Brady Theodore's YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about creating content. But before I do, I want you to go below, subscribe to my channel, touch that bell, and be notified about the next time that I do come on. Now, let's dive right into creating some content. I know that for a fact, for myself, I've struggled and I don't know why. When it comes to creating content, everybody gets in this big tizzy. They're like, where do I get content? How do I create it? What do I do? Well, content is everywhere. Everywhere. Myself, I get so tied up into thinking, what type of content can I make? How can I deliver it? How can I make it sound interesting? What do I do? What do I do? Well, what I learned was one little tip that I learned a few months back that I go by now is that I carry a notepad with me. I do carry a pen and a small notepad. Why? I'm not quite sure because I have a notepad in my pocket. It's called a smartphone. But anyway, when these ideas come across, write it down. When you see something that's interesting, or when you see something that you believe could be valuable to others, make a note of it. That way you won't forget later in the day or tomorrow that, hey, I had that great idea for some content, but it skipped my mind. I don't know where it's at. Then you're right back in the same spot again. You're saying, what kind of content can I create? Content is all around us. I can look right here in my little office and find something to write about, and not just something. I could probably find 100 things to either write about or talk about or do a show and tell about. I've got a computer right in front of me. I've got products and opportunities that I that I promote daily. I've got tools that I use daily. There's no reason why you can't create a how-to video about the tool that you're using. It very well could be that the next person down the road has never heard of such a thing. I just watched a video earlier today from somebody that is new to creating, that created a video about Google Drive. I look at Google Drive every day and I don't understand it, so I don't touch it. So then I see this video and it looks so easy, I thought, I'm going to give it a try. Well, son of a gun, if it is not that easy. Sure, there's a learning curve, and I know that there's a lot more to it than what I touched on, but with a little bit of practice, I can now use Google Drive more beneficiary to me, beneficially, however that word is. Anyway, but I know that there's a product there, a tool that I can use that's going to help me in my business. And if it's not helping me in my business, it will help me in my personal life. So anyway, that was just a piece of content right there that somebody else wrote or did a video on. It was a how-to video that I found interesting. The person did it in a very interesting way. Sounded good to me. I subscribed to that channel. They're not super well known, but every time they do that, or you do that, or I do that, and somebody subscribes to your channel, that's one more person on your list watching you. You never know when you'll produce that piece of content that person likes so much they share it, and the next person likes it and they share it, and then kaboom, it blows up. And then you've got thousands of people sharing that one little piece of content that you made over something that you thought was so minuscule, so far off the beaten track that nobody would be interested. So you just never know. But there are a number of different ways of creating content. You can do this with video on YouTube. You can do it with video on Facebook. Do your Facebook Lives. You can do inspirationals. Well, let's step back. There's ways to create your content. there's video, there's blogging, vlogging, writing your content out, a number of, what's the other one? Podcasts, a number of different ways for your content to reach people. But the main topic was, where do you find the content? You can find it anywhere. You can find it by looking around, walking around, or talking to people. But if you really want to find pertinent content to share with people, you can go straight to Google and type in any word, and it's going to give you massive lists of different contents about that subject. Then you can look across the little Google bar or below, and you can find the keywords that go along with that content. And you can use those keywords to find even more specified content about that content, about that product, issue, whatever it is that you want to create content about. So you can continue to build on the very basic idea. It may not all come together within minutes. It may take hours. It may take a day. But there is so much content everywhere. So once you find what you want to do, all you have to do is put your twist on it. If you find written material somewhere that you find so interesting and so valuable, take that. Don't repost it, of course, but you can use that as the basis of what you want to do and what you want to talk about. And you can start recreating this in your own words. Put your name to it. Once you have more than 20% of this rewritten, basically it's yours. And that's all the last person did also. I don't believe that every person that you see writing blogs and doing videos came up with, ooh, this big brainstorm that, hey, this is my baby. I'm going to write about it and I get credit. It didn't happen. Somebody invented the wheel, and 1,000 times over, somebody has talked about the wheel. It doesn't make them the originator. You'll never find the true originator. But the content that you produce is original content by you, whether it's written, whether it's spoken, whether it's visual. It doesn't matter, as long as you reproduce something that can be valuable to others. Just be basically the usher of information. Just pick the area you want to be talking about. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it pertains to you and your brand. You can rewrite it, you can reword it, you can dance around it, you can make a video about it, you can do whatever you want, and then it's basically your content. So anyway, that's just a tip from me to get involved with some type of production and producing of content. Content is everywhere, guys. You can find it everywhere. You can read the Bible and get content. You can read a good selling book by the #1 author out at the moment and get content. You can watch anybody on YouTube. Click through and find the highest rated video on YouTube, watch it, and redo it in your own way. It's original. It's you. That's all you have to do. Sounds pretty easy, huh? If it's so easy, get out there and do it right now. And if you need some more tips, tricks, reminders, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration, go below, subscribe to my channel, touch that bell so you're notified about the next time that I come on. Go below, find my best way to brand yourself and start producing content, because it's down there. Connect with me through one of my channels. I personally am on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, you name it, I'm there. Connect with me, reach out, let's get together. Let's see what we can do on this journey to creating content, to branding ourselves, to basically making money, because that's what we're all here for. Anyway, I appreciate everybody that shows up and watches my videos. I appreciate it so much. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you again real soon.